Mindset to Millions. How to Build Wealth from Within. Written by Ronnie Rowland. Published by Growth Literacy Lounge. Introduction. What if the secret to becoming a millionaire wasn't hidden in a secret investment strategy or a once-in-a-lifetime business opportunity, but rather in the way you think? Most people believe that wealth is an external pursuit, about finding the right job, starting a lucrative business, or making savvy investments. While those things can contribute to financial success, they aren't the foundation. The truth is, building wealth starts within, with your mindset, habits, and beliefs. If you've ever felt like wealth was something only available to a select few, that you're somehow missing the key to unlocking your own financial freedom, then this book is for you. It's not about chasing quick wins or learning a one-size-fits-all formula for wealth. Instead, it's about transforming the way you think about money, success, and opportunity. It's about developing the millionaire mindset, the mindset that will allow you to break free from limiting beliefs and unlock the door to abundance. Every self-made millionaire started somewhere, and most didn't begin with money. What they all had in common was a mindset that allowed them to see opportunities where others saw limitations, to stay disciplined in the face of setbacks, and to make consistent choices that aligned with long-term wealth building. In this book, I'll show you how to cultivate that same mindset, shifting from scarcity thinking to abundance thinking. You'll learn that wealth isn't just something that happens to you, it's something you build step by step with the right beliefs, habits, and actions. You may be wondering, if mindset is so important, why aren't more people wealthy? The reality is that most people have deeply ingrained limiting beliefs about money. They may believe that wealth is unattainable for them, that they aren't good with money, or that success is only for the lucky or the privileged. These subconscious beliefs shape their decisions and behaviors, often leading them to sabotage their own financial potential. This isn't just a book about money, it's a guide to transforming your life. The principles you'll learn in these chapters will help you not only build wealth but also achieve greater fulfillment, freedom, and purpose. Whether you're starting from scratch, trying to escape the cycle of living paycheck to paycheck, or already on your way to financial success, the Mindset to Millions framework will give you the tools you need to reach the next level. This journey won't happen overnight. Building wealth from within requires patience, persistence, and a willingness to shift the way you think about everything, from money and success to failure and risk. But if you're ready to invest in yourself and embrace a new way of thinking, the rewards will be worth it. You'll not only unlock the door to financial freedom but also create a life of abundance in every area. We've noticed that 67% of you watching our videos haven't subscribed to the channel yet. Help us grow by hitting the subscribe button and giving this video a thumbs up. Thank you for inspiring us to keep creating content for you. I would love to hear your thoughts. How did this book resonate with you, and what insights or questions did it inspire? Chapter 1. The Millionaire's Mindset. We all dream of financial freedom, of a life where money is no longer a daily worry, where opportunities come to us easily, and where we can truly live on our own terms. But how many of us stop to ask, what truly separates those who achieve millionaire status from those who continue to struggle financially, despite working hard? The answer lies not in luck or inheritance, but in mindset. A millionaire's wealth starts not with a paycheck, an investment, or a business, but in the way they think. This chapter is about unlocking the door to that mindset, so you can step through it too. What is a millionaire's mindset? The millionaire's mindset isn't just about wanting money. It's about adopting a perspective, an approach to life that creates wealth, both in financial terms and beyond. Millionaires think differently, act differently, and make decisions based on principles that guide them toward long-term success. So what does this mindset look like? Long-term vision over short-term gratification. Millionaires are not interested in quick wins. They think years, even decades, into the future. They make decisions today with the goal of reaping the rewards later, even if that means sacrificing immediate comforts. Resilience in the face of failure. They expect setbacks, but instead of letting failure define them, they see it as part of the learning process. A mistake is just another opportunity to learn and refine their approach. The wealthy believe there is enough opportunity for everyone. Instead of viewing resources as limited, they operate from a belief that wealth is created, and that they have the power to generate more. This is the essence of the abundance mindset. The power of mindset in wealth creation. Mindset plays a far greater role in financial success than most of us realize. Studies show that individuals who believe their abilities can improve through effort, rather than seeing them as fixed, achieve greater success in life. Psychologist Carol Dweck's research on the growth mindset shows that this belief in growth and adaptability is essential for reaching our potential. The same applies to wealth. Millionaires believe they can learn, adapt, and continuously improve their financial standing. Their mindset isn't limited by their current resources, it's driven by the belief that they can grow their wealth by expanding their thinking, taking calculated risks, and being persistent. In fact, many self-made millionaires weren't born into wealth, they cultivated it. A study found that 80% of self-made millionaires didn't inherit their wealth. They built it by thinking differently, taking intentional action, and making financial decisions that aligned with long-term goals. How to begin shifting your mindset. Now that we've explored what defines the millionaire mindset, it's time to turn inward and examine your own beliefs around wealth. Before you can shift your mindset, you need to become aware of how you currently think and feel about money. Take a few minutes to answer these questions honestly. 1. When you think about money, what emotions come up? Are they positive, negative, or neutral? 2. Do you feel in control of your financial future, or do you often feel like circumstances are working against you? 3. What's your first reaction when you think about becoming a millionaire? Is it excitement, disbelief, or something else? Write down your thoughts in a journal. These reflections will help you identify your starting point, the beliefs you currently hold about wealth, and the emotions tied to those beliefs. This is the first step toward developing the millionaire mindset, becoming conscious of where you are today. Why a millionaire's mindset matters more than money. You might think, if I had more money, all my problems would disappear. But without the right mindset, even a sudden influx of cash won't solve your deeper financial challenges. Consider this. Many lottery winners go bankrupt within a few years of winning. Why? They receive a large amount of money, but without the financial mindset to manage it, grow it, and make it last, they end up back where they started, or worse. In contrast, those who cultivate a wealthy mindset find ways to create opportunities regardless of their circumstances. To them, money is a tool, not the end goal. Developing this mindset is more important than any dollar amount in your bank account, because it ensures that when wealth does come, you know how to keep it, grow it, and use it to build a fulfilling life. A perfect example of the millionaire mindset in action is Sarah Blakely, the founder of Spanx. Blakely had no formal business training and little capital when she started her company, but she had the mindset that allowed her to succeed. She refused to let rejection from investors deter her, and she focused on the long-term vision of what Spanx could become. Blakely's journey from selling fax machines to becoming a self-made billionaire is proof that wealth creation starts with belief, persistence, and a willingness to keep going when the odds are against you. She didn't just stumble upon success, she cultivated it with the right mindset. Now let's take this idea of the millionaire mindset a step further by challenging any limiting beliefs you might hold about wealth. Often, the beliefs we carry subconsciously influence our decisions and outcomes. Take a moment to write down any of the following limiting beliefs that resonate with you, or others you might hold. I'm not good with money. Money is hard to come by. Only certain people get rich. It's too late for me to build wealth. Now, rewrite these beliefs into empowering statements. For example, I can learn to manage money better. There are plenty of opportunities for me to create wealth. I have the potential to become financially successful at any age. Changing your beliefs is the first step to changing your financial future. It's not an overnight process, but with awareness and practice, you can start shifting the thoughts that limit your potential. The millionaire mindset is not just about thinking positively, it's about making a fundamental shift in how you view wealth, opportunity, and your own potential. As we move through this book, you'll learn how to reshape your thoughts, adopt new habits, and take strategic actions that align with the way millionaires think and live. In the next chapter, we'll dive deeper into the specific limiting beliefs that hold most people back from financial success, and more importantly, how you can overcome them to start building wealth in your own life. Chapter 2. Breaking free from limiting beliefs. If you've ever wondered why some people seem to attract wealth effortlessly while others struggle, the answer often lies in their beliefs about money. Beliefs are powerful, they shape the way we see the world and influence our decisions. In the context of wealth, These beliefs can either limit us or propel us forward. In this chapter, we'll explore the limiting beliefs that hold most people back from financial success and how you can begin to overcome them. What are limiting beliefs? Limiting beliefs are deeply ingrained assumptions that shape your thoughts and behaviors. They can be about anything: yourself, your abilities, or the world around you. When it comes to money, limiting beliefs can prevent you from making decisions that lead to financial growth. They operate subconsciously, making them difficult to recognize unless you deliberately challenge them. For example, money is the root of all evil. Wealth is only for a select few. I'm not good with money. I don't deserve to be wealthy. These beliefs, whether we realize it or not, influence how we interact with money. They can keep us stuck in jobs we don't love, afraid to invest, or hesitant to ask for the salary we deserve. But the good news is, limiting beliefs can be identified and replaced. The psychology behind limiting beliefs. Why do limiting beliefs have such a strong hold over us? The answer lies in how our brains are wired. Our beliefs form early in life, influenced by our families, cultures, and experiences. If you grew up in an environment where money was scarce or where wealth was viewed negatively, those experiences likely shaped your beliefs about money. Psychologists explain that our brains are designed to seek consistency with what we already believe. So if you've always believed that money is hard to come by, your brain will unconsciously look for evidence to support that belief, reinforcing it over time. Research from cognitive behavioral therapy shows that when we challenge these core beliefs and replace them with healthier ones, we can change our behaviors and, eventually, our outcomes. Identifying the first step to breaking free from limiting beliefs is identifying them. To do this, you'll need to dig deep and reflect on how you currently view money and wealth. Let's begin this process with a simple but powerful exercise. Write down your answers to the following questions. 1. What did you hear about money growing up? Were you taught that money was scarce, or that it could be earned and managed easily? 2. When you think about wealthy people, what thoughts immediately come to mind? Do you admire them, resent them, or something else? 3. What do you believe is possible for you financially? Is becoming wealthy something you truly believe you can achieve, or does it seem out of reach? After reflecting on these questions, circle any responses that seem to reflect negative or limiting beliefs. These are the thoughts that may be holding you back from achieving financial success. Let's take a closer look at some of the most common limiting beliefs around wealth and how they can impact your financial decisions. 1. Money is the root of all evil. This belief often comes from cultural or religious teachings that equate wealth with greed or moral corruption. But money itself is neutral. It's simply a tool that can be used for good or bad, depending on how it's managed. Many wealthy people use their money to create positive change in the world through philanthropy and investment in their communities. 2. Feelings of unworthiness can come from past experiences of failure or rejection. However, wealth isn't a measure of your worth as a person. You deserve financial security and abundance just as much as anyone else. 3. I'm not good with money. This belief can stem from past financial mistakes or a lack of financial education. But the truth is, money management is a skill that can be learned and improved with time. No one is born with perfect financial knowledge. Everyone has to start somewhere. 4. Only a few people get rich. This scarcity mindset keeps many people from pursuing opportunities that could lead to wealth. In reality, wealth is not a limited resource. There's enough opportunity for anyone willing to take the right actions and develop the right mindset. Limiting beliefs don't just exist in your mind, they influence your actions. If you believe that money is hard to come by, you might be hesitant to take risks, such as investing or starting a new business. If you believe you don't deserve wealth, you might unconsciously self-sabotage by overspending or avoiding opportunities to grow your income. This behavior pattern is often referred to as a self-fulfilling prophecy. Your beliefs shape your actions, and your actions create your reality. If you believe that becoming wealthy is difficult or unattainable, you're more likely to make decisions that keep you stuck financially. By contrast, when you adopt a mindset that sees wealth as possible and abundant, you'll begin to take actions that align with that belief, whether it's pursuing a new career, investing, or developing new financial habits. Now that you've identified your limiting beliefs, the next step is to reframe them into positive, empowering beliefs that align with the wealthy mindset. Take the limiting beliefs you identified earlier and rewrite them as new, positive statements. Here are a few examples. Limiting belief: money is the root of all evil. New belief. Money is a tool that can be used for good and to create positive change. Limiting belief. I don't deserve to be wealthy. New belief. I am worthy of financial abundance and success. Limiting belief. I'm not good with money. New belief. I am learning to manage my money wisely and make smart financial decisions. As you practice these new beliefs, repeat them to yourself daily, especially when making financial decisions. Over time, these empowering thoughts will start to replace the limiting ones. Breaking the cycle of scarcity thinking. One of the most destructive limiting beliefs is the idea that wealth is a zero-sum game, that if someone else has more, there's less available for you. This is the essence of scarcity thinking, and it's one of the biggest barriers to achieving financial success. The millionaire mindset, on the other hand, operates from a place of abundance. Millionaires understand that wealth isn't a finite resource, it can be created. They focus on expanding the pie rather than worrying about getting a bigger slice. When you shift from scarcity to abundance thinking, you begin to see opportunities where others see limitations. You start focusing on what you can create, rather than what you lack. This shift will open up new possibilities for you to grow your wealth. Oprah Winfrey is one of the most famous examples of someone who overcame limiting beliefs to achieve extraordinary wealth. Born into poverty, she could have easily adopted a scarcity mindset, but Oprah chose a different path. She believed in her ability to create success, not just for herself but for others as well. Her mindset of abundance led her to build a media empire and become one of the world's most successful entrepreneurs. Instead of focusing on the limitations of her upbringing, Oprah focused on the potential to make a difference, and in doing so, she created wealth beyond her wildest dreams. To help you start shifting from scarcity thinking to abundance thinking, reflect on the following. 1. Think of a time when you felt there wasn't enough, whether it was money, opportunities, or resources. How did that belief shape your actions or decisions? 2. Now, imagine there's an unlimited amount of wealth and opportunity available to you. How would you act differently if you believed there was always enough for everyone? Write down your answers. This exercise will help you identify the ways scarcity thinking has been influencing your decisions and start shifting toward an abundance mindset. Your beliefs about money are powerful, they shape how you see the world and determine your financial reality. In this chapter, you've learned how limiting beliefs can hold you back and how to begin the process of transforming them into empowering ones. The shift from scarcity to abundance thinking is key to adopting the wealthy mindset. In the next chapter, we'll dive into one of the most important components of the wealthy mindset, taking calculated risks. You'll learn how millionaires use risk to their advantage and how you can apply these strategies in your own life to accelerate your financial growth. Chapter 3. Embracing calculated risks. If there's one thing that separates successful millionaires from everyone else, it's their ability to take risks, but not just any risks. Millionaires take calculated risks, decisions that are thoughtful, strategic, and driven by a deep understanding of potential outcomes. In this chapter, we'll explore how you can shift your mindset to embrace risk as an essential part of wealth creation and how to make those risks work in your favor. Why calculated risks are essential for wealth. Risk is often seen as something to be avoided, something that brings uncertainty and danger. However, for those with a wealthy mindset, risk is viewed as a necessary and even valuable part of achieving financial success. Millionaires don't shy away from risk, they embrace it because they understand that the greatest rewards often come from stepping outside of their comfort zones. But the key is in how they take risks. It's not about gambling blindly or taking chances without thought. Instead, they weigh the pros and cons, consider the potential outcomes, and take action when the rewards outweigh the risks. This is the essence of a calculated risk, the difference between reckless and calculated risk. Let's break down the difference between reckless risk and calculated risk. Reckless risk is impulsive and based on emotion. It often involves diving into a situation without proper knowledge or preparation, hoping for the best but not considering the consequences. Calculated risk, on the other hand, is measured and intentional. It involves gathering information, assessing the potential gains and losses, and making a strategic decision with full awareness of the possible outcomes. For example, a reckless risk might involve quitting your job to start a business without any savings or a business plan. A calculated risk would involve setting aside funds, developing a business strategy, and ensuring that your decision aligns with long-term financial goals. In the world of wealth creation, millionaires know that calculated risks are the key to unlocking opportunities that others might overlook. Before you can start taking calculated risks, it's important to understand your current relationship with risk. Some people are naturally risk-averse, while others are more willing to take chances. Knowing where you fall on this spectrum can help you tailor your approach to risk-taking. Reflect on the following questions to assess your risk tolerance. 1. When faced with a major decision, do you tend to act quickly, or do you prefer to gather as much information as possible before deciding? 2. How do you typically feel about taking risks? Do you find it exciting, or does it make you anxious? 3. Think about a time when you took a risk. What was the outcome, and how did you feel afterward? Was the experience positive or negative? Write down your answers and reflect on your general approach to risk. This will help you understand whether you need to become more comfortable with taking risks, or whether you already embrace them but need to take more calculated, strategic ones. Many people are afraid of risk because they focus solely on the possibility of loss. This fear can be paralyzing, keeping them stuck in jobs they dislike or avoiding investments that could lead to significant growth. But millionaires understand that not taking risks can be just as dangerous as taking them. Fear of failure is one of the most common limiting beliefs when it comes to wealth creation. But avoiding risks often leads to missed opportunities, stagnation, and ultimately, less wealth. Successful individuals understand that failure is a part of the journey. They learn from their mistakes, adapt, and move forward. Historically, those who have built significant wealth did so by taking calculated risks at pivotal moments. Whether it was investing in a new business, entering a rising market, or shifting careers, they moved forward despite uncertainty, but always with a plan. Take Warren Buffett, for example. Known as one of the greatest investors of all time, Buffett has built his fortune by taking strategic, calculated risks. He doesn't invest blindly, he spends time researching, understanding market trends, and ensuring that his decisions align with his long-term vision. When Buffett takes a risk, it's an informed one, based on thorough analysis and a deep understanding of the potential outcomes. Buffett's strategy shows that risk, when approached thoughtfully, can become a major driver of wealth. Now that you understand the importance of calculated risks, let's walk through a framework to help you assess and take these types of risks in your own life. The Calculated Risk Framework. 1. Clarify your goals. Before taking any risk, ensure that it aligns with your long-term vision. Ask yourself, does this decision bring me closer to my financial goals? 2. Do your research. Gather as much information as you can. Look at potential outcomes, case studies, and data. The more informed you are, the better your chances of success. 3. Weigh the pros and cons. What are the potential rewards of taking this risk? What are the possible downsides? Can you afford the loss if things don't go as planned? 4. Create a backup plan. Don't jump into a risk without considering alternatives. If things go wrong, what's your contingency plan? 5. Take action. Once you've assessed the situation, trust your analysis and take the leap. Millionaires know that no risk is entirely without uncertainty, but action is necessary for growth. Think of a financial or career decision you've been hesitant to make because it involves risk. Using the framework above, walk through each step and assess whether this is a calculated risk worth taking. Write down your thoughts and develop a clear plan for moving forward. One of the most well-known risk-takers in the modern world is Elon Musk. Musk has built several multi-billion-dollar companies, including Tesla and SpaceX, by taking significant, calculated risks. His decision to invest nearly all his personal wealth into Tesla and SpaceX at a time when both companies were on the brink of failure is an example of calculated risk-taking at its highest level. Musk didn't dive into these ventures blindly. He did extensive research, developed innovative strategies, and maintained a long-term vision despite immediate setbacks. His ability to take calculated risks, even when the odds were against him, has made him one of the wealthiest people in the world. Risk-taking is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. If you've avoided taking risks in the past, it's important to start building your risk muscle through small, calculated steps. Over time, as you become more comfortable with risk, you'll be able to take on bigger challenges and opportunities. Identify a small, calculated risk you can take in the next week. This could be something as simple as investing a small amount in the stock market, starting a side business, or negotiating a raise at work. Use the framework to assess the risk and take action. Reflect on how it felt to step outside of your comfort zone. One of the biggest obstacles to taking calculated risks is the fear of failure. But failure is not the enemy, inaction is. Every successful person has experienced failure at some point in their journey. The key is to learn from it, adjust, and keep moving forward. Instead of asking, "What if I fail?" ask, "What can I learn if things don't go as planned?" This mindset shift is crucial for adopting the wealthy mindset. Taking calculated risks is an essential part of wealth creation. Millionaires don't avoid risk, they understand it, assess it, and make informed decisions that drive them closer to their goals. As you begin to embrace calculated risks, you'll find that opportunities open up, and your wealth will start to grow in ways you may not have thought possible. In the next chapter, we'll explore another key component of the wealthy mindset, building resilience. You'll learn how millionaires bounce back from failure, and how you can develop the mental toughness needed to thrive on your path to financial freedom. Chapter 4. Building Resilience. Bouncing Back from Failure. The road to wealth is rarely smooth. Every successful millionaire has faced setbacks, failures, and challenges. But what separates those who go on to achieve massive wealth from those who give up is resilience. The ability to recover quickly from setbacks and keep moving forward is an essential quality of the wealthy mindset. In this chapter, we'll explore how you can build resilience and use failure as a tool for growth, not defeat. The nature of failure in the wealth journey. Failure is inevitable on the path to success, but it's not the end of the journey. In fact, failure is often the most valuable teacher. People who develop a wealthy mindset understand this. They don't fear failure, they anticipate it, learn from it, and move on stronger. We've been conditioned to view failure as something negative, but millionaires see it differently. To them, failure is not a reflection of their abilities or potential, it's simply feedback. Each failure is an opportunity to refine their approach, make better decisions, and try again. Why resilience matters more than talent. Many people believe that talent, intelligence, or luck are the key ingredients for success. However, studies show that resilience, the ability to bounce back from adversity, is a far better predictor of long-term success than any innate ability. In fact, Angela Duckworth's research on grit, a combination of passion and perseverance, shows that people who persist, despite difficulties, are far more likely to succeed than those who are naturally talented but give up when faced with obstacles. Grit and resilience are about pushing forward, even when things don't go as planned. Wealthy individuals know that setbacks are not a sign to quit, they're a sign to adjust and keep going. The first step to building resilience is changing how you think about failure. Instead of seeing it as something to avoid, start viewing failure as a necessary part of growth. Every failure brings valuable lessons that can guide you towards smarter decisions in the future. Think about a time when you experienced a setback or failure. Reflect on the following questions. 1. What did you learn from that experience? 2. How did it change your approach to similar situations in the future? 3. How would your life or career be different if you hadn't gone through that failure? Write down your answers and focus on the lessons you gained from that experience. This exercise will help you see that failure is not an endpoint but a stepping stone toward future success. Millionaires are not immune to failure. In fact, they often fail more than the average person because they take more risks. But the key is how they respond to those failures. Thomas Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." After countless experiments to create the electric light bulb, J.K. Rowling was rejected by multiple publishers before one finally picked up the Harry Potter series. Walt Disney was fired from a newspaper job because he was told he lacked creativity. These individuals didn't let failure define them. Instead, they used it to fuel their success, learning from each setback and using it to refine their craft. The science of resilience. Resilience is not a trait you're born with, it's a skill you can develop over time. According to research from the American Psychological Association, resilience is built through a combination of factors. 1. Strong relationships. Supportive networks help you weather tough times. 2. Problem-solving skills. The ability to approach challenges creatively and think of solutions. 3. Self-awareness. Understanding your emotions and how they influence your responses to stress. By working on these aspects, you can strengthen your resilience and become more adaptable in the face of financial and personal challenges. Now that you understand the importance of resilience, let's create a plan to help you build it. Resilience doesn't just happen, it's developed through deliberate action. Start by identifying a challenge you're currently facing, whether it's in your career, finances, or personal life. Then, follow these steps. 1. Break it down. What's the specific problem? Instead of seeing the challenge as overwhelming, break it into smaller, manageable parts. 2. Identify potential solutions. What are some steps you can take to address each part of the problem? Brainstorm creative solutions, even if they seem unconventional. 3. Who in your life can provide guidance, encouragement, or help as you work through this challenge? Building a support network is key to resilience. 4. Take action. Once you have a plan, start working on the first step. Action, no matter how small, builds momentum and confidence. By taking proactive steps, you'll strengthen your resilience muscle and create a framework for dealing with future setbacks. We've already touched on Sarah Blakely's incredible journey with Spanx, but let's dive deeper into her resilience. Before Spanx became a household name, Blakely faced countless rejections from manufacturers and investors who didn't believe in her idea. Most people would have given up after the first few no's, but Blakely persisted. She viewed each rejection as an opportunity to refine her pitch and improve her product. Today, Spanx is a billion-dollar company, and Blakely attributes much of her success to her ability to stay focused and persevere in the face of obstacles. She didn't let failure stop her, she let it guide her toward success. Resilience isn't just about bouncing back from external challenges, it's also about managing your internal emotional landscape. Emotional resilience is the ability to handle stress, frustration, and disappointment without letting it derail your progress. When faced with a setback, how do you typically respond emotionally? Do you get discouraged, angry, or anxious? Write down the emotions you tend to feel during difficult times. Now, for each emotion, think of a healthy coping strategy to manage it. For example, frustration. Practice deep breathing or take a short walk to clear your mind. Anxiety. Break the challenge into smaller tasks to reduce overwhelm. Discouragement. Reach out to a mentor or friend for encouragement and advice. By becoming aware of your emotional triggers and creating strategies to handle them, you'll be better equipped to navigate future challenges with resilience. Overcoming the fear of future failures. One of the biggest obstacles to building resilience is the fear of future failure. Many people hesitate to take risks because they're afraid of what will happen if they fail again. But millionaires understand that failure is a part of the process and that the rewards are worth the risks. Instead of fearing failure, embrace it as a necessary step on your journey to success. Each failure brings you one step closer to finding what works. Resilience is the cornerstone of the wealthy mindset. The ability to bounce back from failure, learn from mistakes, and continue moving forward is what separates those who achieve financial success from those who give up too soon. In this chapter, you've learned how to reframe failure, develop resilience, and build emotional strength to overcome challenges on your path to wealth. In the next chapter, we'll explore another critical aspect of the wealthy mindset, building discipline and consistent habits. You'll learn how daily actions, no matter how small, compound over time to create massive financial success. Chapter 5. The Power of Discipline and Consistent Habits. Success, especially in wealth creation, is rarely the result of a single lucky break. More often, it's the product of discipline and consistent actions over time. Millionaires don't achieve their status overnight, they get there by developing daily habits that align with their long-term goals. In this chapter, we'll explore the critical role that discipline plays in building wealth and how small, consistent habits can compound to create massive success. Why discipline is the foundation of wealth. At the heart of every wealthy individual's success lies a core truth: discipline is non-negotiable. Without discipline, even the most talented or intelligent people struggle to achieve lasting success. Millionaires understand that discipline is not about deprivation or rigid self-control. It's about aligning your daily actions with your long-term vision. Think of discipline as the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. Without it, the gap remains uncrossed. With it, you can steadily move toward your goals, one step at a time, even when motivation fades. One of the most important principles in wealth creation is the compound effect. Just as money grows over time through compound interest, your habits, positive or negative, compound as well. The small actions you take every day, while they might seem insignificant in the moment, add up over weeks, months, and years to create significant results. Saving a small amount of money each day might seem trivial at first, but over time it accumulates into a substantial sum. Investing consistently, even in small amounts, can lead to exponential growth over the long term. The key to the wealthy mindset is realizing that consistency is more powerful than intensity. You don't need to make drastic changes overnight. Instead, focus on creating small, sustainable habits that, when compounded, lead to long-term wealth. Let's take a look at your current habits. The first step to building wealth through discipline is becoming aware of the habits that either support or hinder your financial goals. Write down your answers to the following questions. 1. What are the daily habits you currently have around money? Do you save regularly, track your spending, or invest consistently? Or do you tend to spend impulsively or avoid financial planning altogether? 2. How do your daily routines align with your long-term financial goals? Are they moving you closer to wealth or keeping you in the same place? 3. What are 1 or 2 small changes you could make to your daily habits that would have a positive impact on your financial future? By reflecting on your current habits, you'll start to see how your daily choices contribute to, or detract from, your financial success. Self-discipline is the ability to prioritize long-term benefits over short-term gratification. In a world filled with distractions and instant gratification, self-discipline allows you to stay focused on your long-term vision, even when it's tempting to deviate from the plan. Resisting impulse purchases and choosing to save or invest that money instead. Sticking to a budget, even when it means delaying the purchase of something you want. Committing to learning and self-improvement, even when it's easier to relax or indulge in entertainment. Millionaires understand that small sacrifices today can lead to massive rewards in the future. The ability to delay gratification is one of the strongest indicators of financial success. Habits are powerful because they operate automatically. Once a behavior becomes a habit, it requires less willpower and effort to maintain. According to research by Charles Duhigg, author of The Power of Habit, habits are formed through a simple neurological loop: cue, routine, and reward. 1. Cue. A trigger that tells your brain to go into automatic mode and initiate a behavior. 2. Routine. The behavior itself, what you do when the cue is present. 3. The benefit you get from completing the behavior, which reinforces the habit. By understanding how habits work, you can start to intentionally create habits that serve your long-term financial goals. Building new wealth-building habits. Now that you understand the power of habits, let's create a few simple habits that will move you closer to financial freedom. Choose one small habit you'd like to develop that supports your financial goals. This could be something like setting aside a specific amount of money to save or invest each week, spending 10 minutes each day tracking your expenses, reading a chapter of a financial book every morning to increase your financial literacy. Once you've chosen your habit, follow this habit-building framework. 1. Cue. Decide on a cue that will trigger your new habit. For example, if you want to save money every week, your cue could be setting a reminder on your phone every Friday. 2. Routine. Make the behavior simple and specific. Don't overwhelm yourself by trying to do too much at once. Start small, for example, saving just $10 per week. 3. Choose a reward that reinforces the habit. For example, each time you reach a savings milestone, treat yourself to something small and enjoyable. The key is consistency. Over time, these small habits will compound, bringing you closer to your financial goals. Few people exemplify the power of discipline and consistent habits like Warren Buffett. Buffett's investment strategy isn't built on chasing quick gains, it's based on steady, consistent investing over decades. Buffett famously spends hours each day reading and learning, continually sharpening his knowledge. This discipline, combined with his long-term investment strategy, has allowed him to amass one of the largest fortunes in the world. Buffett's success shows that wealth isn't about making one big, risky move. It's about the small, consistent decisions that compound over time. Creating a personal wealth discipline plan. To build lasting wealth, you need a plan for maintaining discipline and building consistent habits over the long term. Let's create a simple, actionable wealth discipline plan. Follow these steps. 1. Set your long-term financial goal. What do you want to achieve in the next 5 to 10 years? Be specific. Whether it's reaching a certain savings amount, starting a business, or achieving financial independence. 2. Identify daily or weekly habits that support this goal. What are the small, consistent actions you can take every day or week to move toward this goal? Focus on habits that are manageable and realistic, like setting aside a specific amount to save or invest, or learning something new about wealth building each day. 3. Use a habit tracker, app, or simple journal to record your progress. Tracking your habits reinforces them and helps you stay accountable. By focusing on small, consistent actions, you'll create a solid foundation for long-term financial success. While discipline is essential, it's also important to avoid burnout. Pushing yourself too hard without breaks can lead to frustration and make it harder to maintain consistency. One way to avoid burnout is to build in periods of rest or rewards. For example, after a month of consistently saving or investing, reward yourself with something that doesn't sabotage your progress, like a small treat or a fun experience that fits within your budget. Millionaires understand that maintaining discipline doesn't mean being rigid all the time. It's about finding balance and creating systems that support long-term success. Discipline and consistent habits are the foundation upon which wealth is built. Millionaires don't achieve success through one-off actions. They do it by showing up every day, taking small steps that compound over time. As you begin to incorporate discipline into your financial life, remember that it's not about perfection, it's about progress. In the next chapter, we'll dive into another key aspect of the wealthy mindset, leveraging relationships and networking for financial success. You'll learn how millionaires build strong networks that open doors to new opportunities and accelerate their path to wealth. Chapter 6. The Wealth of Connections. Leveraging relationships and networking for financial success. We often hear the phrase, "It's not what you know, but who you know." While knowledge is crucial, building wealth isn't just about personal intelligence, discipline, or skills. It's also about who you surround yourself with. Millionaires understand the power of relationships and networking as a key driver of success. In this chapter, we'll explore how you can leverage your relationships and expand your network to create financial opportunities and accelerate your journey to wealth. Millionaires build strong, diverse networks because they know that success rarely happens in isolation. By surrounding themselves with like-minded, ambitious individuals, they gain access to new ideas, opportunities, and resources. Networking isn't just about meeting people, it's about building authentic relationships that can provide mutual value over time. These relationships can take many forms: mentors, people who have already achieved the success you're aiming for and can offer guidance; peers, like-minded individuals who are on a similar path and can offer support, accountability, and fresh perspectives; strategic connections, people who have access to opportunities, industries, or knowledge that can help you grow. The wealthiest individuals prioritize nurturing these relationships, knowing they are crucial for continued growth. Social capital and financial success. In wealth building, social capital, the value derived from relationships, is just as important as financial capital. Social capital is built through trust, reciprocity, and shared experiences. It's the currency of successful relationships, and it can open doors to opportunities that might otherwise be out of reach. Studies show that social capital plays a significant role in career advancement, business success, and financial growth. For example, individuals with strong networks are more likely to receive job offers, investment opportunities, and access to key resources. This principle is especially true in industries like real estate, finance, and entrepreneurship, where personal relationships often drive deals and growth. To begin leveraging relationships for financial success, start by assessing your current network. Who are the people in your life who support your growth, and who might be holding you back? Take out a sheet of paper and create 2 columns. 1. In the first column, list the people who positively influence your life. These are people who inspire you, challenge you to grow, and support your financial and personal development. 2. In the second column, list those who might have a negative or neutral influence on your journey to wealth. These could be people who discourage you from pursuing your goals, or simply don't support your aspirations. Reflect on how you can spend more time with those in the first column, and begin reducing your time or influence from those in the second. This exercise will help you become intentional about your relationships and how they impact your path to financial success. The power of mentorship. One of the most valuable relationships you can cultivate on your wealth journey is with a mentor. Mentors are individuals who have already achieved the level of success you're striving for, and they can offer wisdom, guidance, and advice that can save you years of trial and error. Finding a mentor is about more than just asking someone successful for help. It's about building a relationship of trust where both parties feel valued. When approaching a potential mentor, focus on how you can add value to their life or business. Remember, the most successful mentorships are reciprocal. An example of the power of mentorship is the relationship between Oprah Winfrey and Maya Angelou. Early in her career, Oprah sought out guidance from Maya Angelou, who not only became a trusted mentor, but also a lifelong friend. Angelou's wisdom and advice helped shape Oprah's personal and professional life, offering insights on how to navigate challenges and achieve success. Oprah credits much of her personal and professional growth to this mentorship, demonstrating how a strong mentor can help guide you through pivotal moments in your journey. Finding and approaching mentors. If you don't yet have a mentor, now is the time to begin seeking one. Here's how to approach the process. Identify 3 individuals who are successful in the area you wish to grow in, whether it's business, personal finance, or entrepreneurship. These could be people you admire from afar, someone in your extended network, or even a public figure who inspires you. Once you have your list, reach out to at least one person with a respectful, well-thought-out message. Focus on how you admire their work, the specific insights you hope to gain, and how you can offer value in return. If they respond, build the relationship slowly. Don't expect an immediate commitment, but aim for meaningful conversations that can grow over time. Networking isn't about collecting business cards or shaking hands at events. It's about building authentic, meaningful connections. Authenticity is key, because people can sense when you're only interested in what they can offer you. To build a strong network, focus on creating real, reciprocal relationships where both parties benefit. Successful networking is also about giving first. Before you ask for help or favors, think about how you can add value to the other person's life. Whether it's offering a connection, sharing useful information, or simply being a supportive listener, giving is the foundation of a strong network. Strategic networking is about connecting with people who can directly or indirectly help you achieve your goals. However, it's not just about finding successful people, it's about building diverse connections that provide a range of perspectives, skills, and opportunities. For example, if your goal is to grow a business, your network might include industry experts who can offer advice on market trends and business strategies, potential investors who can provide financial backing, like-minded entrepreneurs who can share their own experiences and challenges. By building a diverse network, you're more likely to encounter opportunities and resources that will help you grow financially. Now that you understand the importance of networking, it's time to take action to expand your circle. Let's create a simple networking plan that you can start implementing right away. Identify 3 events, online communities, or groups where you can meet new, like-minded individuals who share your goals or interests. This could be a local business conference, an industry-specific networking group, or an online community focused on entrepreneurship or personal finance. Once you've identified these opportunities, make a commitment to attend or engage. Your goal is not just to meet people but to begin building authentic relationships. Start by offering value, listening actively, and being genuinely interested in others' goals. In networking and relationships, reciprocity is key. The wealthiest individuals understand that giving and receiving are 2 sides of the same coin. By offering value to others, whether through advice, introductions, or support, you'll build goodwill and strengthen your relationships. Reciprocity also helps to maintain long-term connections. People are more likely to help you when you've consistently been there for them. In the world of wealth building, relationships are a 2-way street. When you help others succeed, they're more likely to return the favor. One of the most successful entrepreneurs in the world, Richard Branson, attributes much of his success to his networking skills and the relationships he's built over the years. Branson is known for his ability to connect with people from all walks of life, from employees to fellow business leaders. Branson's approach to networking is based on authenticity and a genuine interest in others. He takes the time to get to know people, listen to their stories, and find ways to add value. This has allowed him to build a vast network of influential contacts who have helped him grow his Virgin Empire. Strengthening your existing relationships. While expanding your network is important, don't forget about nurturing the relationships you already have. Strong, long-term relationships require regular care and attention. Choose 3 people from your current network who have had a positive impact on your life or career. Reach out to them with a note of appreciation, offering something of value in return, whether it's an introduction, a recommendation, or simply sharing helpful information. Strengthening these connections will ensure they remain strong over time and continue to support your journey. Building wealth is not a solo journey. Millionaires understand the value of relationships and use their networks to accelerate their financial success. Whether through mentorship, strategic connections, or authentic networking, relationships are one of the most powerful tools you have for achieving your goals. In the next chapter, we'll explore another essential trait of the wealthy mindset: embracing risk with confidence. You'll learn how to overcome fear, take calculated risks, and use them to propel your financial growth. This chapter emphasizes the importance of relationships and networking in building wealth. It teaches readers how to assess their current network, expand it with meaningful connections, and leverage relationships for financial success. Chapter 7. Embracing risk with confidence. Risk is a word that often strikes fear in people's hearts, especially when it comes to their finances. But the wealthy mindset views risk differently. Millionaires understand that taking risks is not only necessary for growth, but is also a critical part of creating wealth. In this chapter, we'll explore how to reframe your relationship with risk, approach it strategically, and develop the confidence to take calculated risks that propel you toward financial success. Most people associate risk with loss, fear, and uncertainty. However, millionaires view risk as opportunity, a chance to achieve something greater. While risk involves the possibility of failure, it also carries the potential for reward. The key is to shift your mindset away from seeing risk as something to be avoided, and instead see it as a necessary step toward achieving your financial goals. The wealthy embrace risk not because they are reckless, but because they know that every major success involves stepping into the unknown. They don't shy away from risk, they prepare for it, calculate the odds, and take action with confidence. The psychology of risk-taking. Research shows that humans are naturally wired to avoid risk because of our brain's built-in survival mechanisms. Our fight-or-flight response triggers when we face uncertainty, pushing us to seek comfort and safety. However, for long-term financial success, staying in your comfort zone will often result in stagnation. According to psychologist Daniel Kahneman's research on loss aversion, people tend to fear loss more than they value gain. This means we often avoid risks because we focus more on what we might lose than on what we stand to gain. Millionaires have trained their minds to balance this instinct by focusing on the upside of risk, while also minimizing the downside through strategic planning. The first step in embracing risk is to confront your fear of it. By acknowledging your fear and reframing it, you can start to approach risk from a place of confidence rather than anxiety. Think about a financial risk you've been avoiding, whether it's starting a business, making an investment, or negotiating a higher salary. Now, reflect on the following questions. 1. What is the worst possible outcome if you take this risk? Be honest and realistic. 2. What steps could you take to reduce the chances of that worst-case scenario happening? 3. What is the best possible outcome? What would your life or financial situation look like if you succeed? 4. What is the risk of not taking action? What do you stand to lose if you stay in your comfort zone? By weighing both the risks of action and inaction, you can see the full picture and gain the confidence to take calculated steps forward. Millionaires are not gamblers, they are calculated risk takers. They don't make rash decisions based on emotions or whims. Instead, they assess risks carefully, gathering as much information as possible, and make strategic decisions based on both the potential rewards and the likelihood of success. Calculated risks are based on research, analysis, and preparation. By following a disciplined approach to risk-taking, the wealthy are able to take advantage of opportunities that others might avoid due to fear or uncertainty. For example, investing in stocks or real estate involves risk, but with the right research and understanding of market trends, these risks can lead to significant financial gains. Starting a business involves uncertainty, but successful entrepreneurs mitigate risks by conducting thorough market research, creating solid business plans, and building financial safety nets. By taking calculated risks, millionaires consistently create opportunities for wealth that others might miss. There's a big difference between taking a risk and being reckless. Recklessness involves acting without fully understanding the potential consequences, while calculated risk is about making informed decisions. A reckless person might jump into an investment they don't understand because they hope for a quick return. A calculated risk taker, on the other hand, does their homework, researching the investment, understanding market conditions, and evaluating the long-term potential before committing. To avoid recklessness, always ask yourself, do I understand the potential downsides as well as the upsides? Have I prepared a plan in case things don't go as expected? Am I willing to learn from the outcome, whether positive or negative? By answering these questions, you can approach risks with confidence and clarity, ensuring that your actions are driven by strategy, rather than emotion. Now that you understand the value of calculated risks, let's create a personal framework that will help you assess and take risks with confidence. This framework will guide you in making decisions that align with your financial goals while minimizing unnecessary exposure to loss. The risk-taking framework. 1. Define your goal. What are you hoping to achieve by taking this risk? Be specific about your financial objectives. 2. Gather information. Before taking any risk, do thorough research. Understand the market, industry, or opportunity you're considering. 3. Weigh the pros and cons. List the potential benefits and drawbacks of taking this risk. What do you stand to gain, and what could you lose? 4. Calculate the likelihood of success. Based on your research, what are the chances of achieving the desired outcome? Is this a risk worth taking? 5. Develop a backup plan in case things don't go as expected. How will you recover if the risk doesn't pay off? 6. Take action. Once you've gone through the previous steps, take action with confidence. Trust your research and your plan, and move forward. Apply this framework to a financial decision or opportunity you're considering. Write down each step, then review your analysis. Does the opportunity seem worth the risk? If so, take the next step toward action. A prime example of calculated risk-taking is Elon Musk. Musk is known for making bold decisions that involve significant risk, such as founding companies like Tesla and SpaceX, but his risks are always calculated. In 2008, Musk faced near financial ruin when both Tesla and SpaceX were on the brink of collapse. Instead of giving up, he doubled down, investing nearly all his personal wealth to keep both companies afloat. His decision was based on thorough research, a deep understanding of the industries he was involved in, and confidence in his long-term vision. Today, both companies are highly successful, and Musk is one of the wealthiest individuals in the world. Musk's story highlights that while risk-taking can be intimidating, when done strategically, it can lead to extraordinary success. One of the biggest obstacles to taking risks is the fear of failure. But failure is not the enemy, in fact, it's often the most valuable teacher. Millionaires understand that failure is part of the process. Instead of fearing it, they embrace it, knowing that each failure brings them closer to success. When you reframe failure as a learning opportunity, it becomes less daunting. Every risk involves the potential for setbacks, but those who succeed are the ones who learn from their mistakes and keep moving forward. Building resilience in risk-taking. Developing resilience in risk-taking is key to maintaining confidence, even when things don't go as planned. Resilient individuals understand that success is built through persistence and the ability to adapt after failure. Think about a time when you took a risk that didn't turn out as you had hoped. Reflect on the following questions. 1. What did you learn from that experience? 2. How did you recover from the setback? 3. What would you do differently if faced with a similar situation in the future? By reflecting on past failures and learning from them, you can develop resilience and a more confident approach to taking risks in the future. One of the most important lessons to learn about risk is that it often brings unexpected rewards. While the fear of failure can be paralyzing, those who take risks often find that the upside far outweighs the downside. By stepping outside your comfort zone and embracing risk, you'll open yourself up to opportunities that you might not have encountered otherwise. Whether it's a new business venture, an investment, or a career move, taking calculated risks is a powerful way to accelerate your path to wealth. Risk-taking is a cornerstone of the wealthy mindset. While it can be intimidating, embracing calculated risks with confidence is essential for growth. By following the frameworks and exercises in this chapter, you'll develop the skills to approach risk strategically, allowing you to unlock new opportunities and create long-term wealth. In the next chapter, we'll dive into one of the most crucial components of financial success: financial literacy. You'll learn how understanding key financial principles can empower you to make smarter decisions and build wealth more effectively. Chapter 8: Mastering Financial Literacy, the Foundation of Long-Term Wealth. While mindset and habits are critical for wealth creation, financial literacy forms the foundation upon which all financial success is built. Without understanding how money works, how to manage, invest, and grow it, wealth becomes difficult to attain or maintain. In this chapter, we'll dive deep into the basics of financial literacy, equipping you with the knowledge and tools to make smarter financial decisions and build long-term wealth. Why financial literacy is the key to financial freedom. Financial literacy is more than just knowing how to save money or balance a budget. It's the ability to understand and effectively use various financial skills, including personal financial management, investing, and the ins and outs of taxes, debt, and credit. The difference between those who build wealth and those who struggle often comes down to one thing: understanding how money works. Millionaires don't just earn money, they know how to make it work for them. They understand financial principles, invest wisely, and make informed decisions based on long-term goals. Financial literacy is a tool of empowerment. Once you understand how money works, you gain control over your financial future. The core concepts of financial literacy. To build a solid foundation of financial literacy, you need to understand a few key concepts that form the backbone of wealth building. These concepts include: 1. Budgeting. Creating and sticking to a budget ensures that you are spending less than you earn and saving for your future. 2. Saving and investing. Understanding the difference between saving for short-term needs and investing for long-term wealth is critical. Saving protects your future, but investing grows it. 3. Debt management. Not all debt is created equal. Understanding good versus bad debt and learning how to leverage debt responsibly is essential for growing wealth. 4. Understanding taxes. Knowing how taxes impact your income, investments, and wealth-building strategies helps you make better decisions. 5. Compound interest. The idea that money grows exponentially over time when invested wisely, making small investments powerful over long periods. Mastering these concepts allows you to make informed decisions and avoid common financial mistakes that hinder wealth building. Before you can build your financial knowledge, it's important to assess where you currently stand. By identifying areas where you may need to improve, you can target your efforts and focus on the aspects of financial literacy that will have the greatest impact on your future. Take a moment to reflect on your current financial knowledge. Answer the following questions honestly. 1. Do you create and stick to a budget every month? If so, are you comfortable managing it, or do you find it challenging? 2. Are you actively saving and investing money? Do you understand the difference between the two, and do you know where your money is going? 3. How much do you know about taxes, and do you have a strategy for minimizing your tax liability? 4. Are you carrying any debt? Do you know how to manage or pay off your debt strategically? 5. How familiar are you with compound interest and how it affects your savings or investments? Based on your answers, write down 2 or 3 areas where you feel you need to improve your financial literacy. This will give you a roadmap for what to focus on as you expand your knowledge. The importance of budgeting and managing cash flow. One of the most fundamental aspects of financial literacy is understanding how to manage your cash flow through effective budgeting. A budget is more than just a spending plan, it's a tool for making sure your money aligns with your goals. Millionaires know that every dollar has a job, whether it's covering expenses, paying down debt, or being invested for future growth. When you create a budget, you're not limiting yourself, you're empowering yourself. By knowing exactly where your money is going, you gain the ability to control your financial future. Effective budgeting involves 1. Tracking income and expenses. Know exactly how much money is coming in and going out each month. Use tools like budgeting apps, spreadsheets, or even pen and paper to track your spending. 2. Aim to save at least 20% of your income each month and invest a portion of that money for long-term growth. Remember, saving keeps you safe, but investing builds wealth. 3. Prioritizing debt payments. If you have high-interest debt, such as credit card balances, prioritize paying it off as quickly as possible. This frees up more money for investing and saving. 4. Creating an emergency fund. Set aside 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses in a liquid savings account. This fund will protect you in case of unexpected financial setbacks. By mastering budgeting, you ensure that your financial foundation is solid, which sets the stage for long-term wealth building. Now that you understand the importance of budgeting, it's time to create a budget that supports your financial goals. Create a simple budget for the next month. Follow these steps. 1. Track your income. Write down all sources of income, including salary, freelance work, side hustles, or any other money that comes in. 2. Track your expenses. List every expense you expect to pay during the month, from rent, mortgage to utilities, groceries, entertainment, and discretionary spending. 3. Allocate for savings and investments. Set aside at least 20% of your income for savings and investments. If that's not possible yet, start with 10% or even 5%. The key is consistency. 4. Plan for debt repayment. If you have debt, allocate a portion of your income toward paying it down, starting with high-interest debts first. 5. Track and adjust. Throughout the month, track your actual spending and adjust as needed. Your goal is to ensure you're spending less than you earn, saving regularly, and sticking to your plan. This budget will act as your guide for managing your money effectively and setting yourself up for long-term success. Understanding debt and using it wisely. Debt is often seen as a burden, but not all debt is bad. Good debt, like a mortgage on a rental property or a business loan, can be used to leverage opportunities for growth. Bad debt, such as credit card balances with high interest rates, should be avoided or paid off quickly. Millionaires understand how to use debt strategically to their advantage. They use loans to invest in assets that generate income, such as real estate or businesses, but they avoid high-interest debt that drains their wealth. One of the most powerful financial concepts is compound interest, which Albert Einstein famously called the eighth wonder of the world. Compound interest allows your money to grow exponentially over time, as both your original investment and the interest you earn start generating even more interest. For example, investing just $500 a month with an average return of 7% over 30 years could result in over $600,000. That's the power of compound interest. Setting your savings and investment goals. Understanding compound interest is key to making smart investment decisions. Now, it's time to apply this knowledge by setting clear savings and investment goals. Set a specific financial goal for your savings and investments. Think about your long-term wealth building plans, whether it's saving for retirement, buying a house, or starting a business. Follow these steps. 1. Set your target amount. Determine how much you need to reach your goal. Be realistic but ambitious. 2. Calculate how much to save or invest monthly. Based on your target amount and your timeline, calculate how much you need to save or invest each month. 3. Choose your investment vehicle. Decide where you will invest your money, whether it's in the stock market, real estate, or other assets. Make sure your choice aligns with your risk tolerance and time horizon. By having a clear goal and plan, you can leverage the power of compound interest to grow your wealth over time. Building wealth through investing. Investing is one of the most powerful tools for building wealth. While saving is important, investing allows your money to grow at a much faster rate, thanks to compound interest and market growth. Millionaires are not afraid of investing, they understand that it's essential for long-term wealth. However, it's important to invest wisely. This means diversifying your portfolio, staying informed about market trends, and being patient. The stock market, real estate, and other investment vehicles may fluctuate, but over time, a well-diversified portfolio can generate significant returns. One of the greatest investors of all time, Warren Buffett, built his wealth through disciplined, long-term investing. Buffett is known for his patient approach, focusing on buying high-quality businesses at a reasonable price and holding on to them for years or even decades. Buffett's success teaches us that investing is not about getting rich quickly, it's about making smart, informed decisions and allowing your investments to grow over time. Financial literacy is the foundation of wealth creation. By understanding core financial principles like budgeting, saving, investing, and managing debt, you gain the tools to take control of your financial future. As you continue to grow your knowledge, you'll be able to make informed decisions that align with your long-term goals. In the next chapter, we'll explore multiple income streams, an essential strategy for building lasting wealth and financial security. Chapter 9. Creating multiple streams of income. The Millionaire's Secret to Financial Security. One of the key strategies millionaires use to build and sustain their wealth is by creating multiple streams of income. Relying on a single source of income, such as a salary, limits your potential and puts you at risk if that income stream disappears. In contrast, having multiple income sources ensures that you have financial security and more opportunities for wealth generation. In this chapter, we'll explore how to diversify your income and create streams that flow steadily, allowing you to build wealth faster and with more stability. Why multiple income streams are essential for wealth. Most people are familiar with the traditional model of earning money, exchanging time for money through a job. While this model can provide financial stability, it also has limitations. If you lose your job, your primary source of income disappears. Millionaires recognize this risk, and they understand that having multiple streams of income creates a safety net, allowing them to maintain financial growth regardless of market conditions or personal setbacks. In addition to providing security, multiple income streams help you increase your wealth faster. When you diversify your income, you aren't relying solely on one source, whether it's a job, a business, or an investment. Instead, you're creating opportunities to earn from multiple places at once, allowing your wealth to grow exponentially. There are several different types of income streams you can create, and most millionaires leverage multiple types simultaneously. Here's a breakdown of the main types of income streams. 1. Earned income. This is the income you make by exchanging time for money, such as a salary or hourly wage from a job. While earned income is a starting point for many, it shouldn't be your only source. 2. Passive income. Income that requires little to no effort to maintain after the initial setup. This includes rental income, royalties from books or creative work, or profits from investments. 3. Investment income. Income generated from investing in stocks, bonds, mutual funds, or real estate. This type of income grows as your investments appreciate or pay dividends and interest. 4. Business income. Income from owning a business. Unlike earned income, business income can scale, allowing you to earn more without directly trading your time for money. 5. Capital gains. Income from the appreciation of assets, such as the profit from selling stocks, real estate, or a business at a higher price than you paid. 6. Royalty income. Income generated from intellectual property or creative works, such as music, books, or inventions. This income continues to flow after the initial work is done. The wealthiest individuals often have income streams from multiple categories, which ensures that even if one stream slows down or dries up, others are still flowing. Now that you understand the types of income streams available, it's time to identify potential streams you can create in your own life. You don't have to start all of them at once. Begin with 1 or 2, and gradually expand as you gain more experience and resources. Brainstorm potential income streams that align with your skills, interests, and current resources. Consider the following. 1. Do you have any existing skills or talents that could be monetized through freelance work or consulting? 2. Are there any hobbies you're passionate about that could be turned into a side business? 3. Do you have savings that could be invested in stocks, real estate, or other assets that generate passive income? 4. Could you create digital products such as courses, books, or videos that continue to earn money after they're created? Write down a list of possible income streams and rank them based on feasibility, interest, and potential return. This will give you a starting point for diversifying your income. One of the most powerful types of income is passive income. Unlike earned income, which requires continuous effort, passive income allows you to earn money while you sleep. While setting up passive income streams may require time and effort up front, they eventually generate income with minimal ongoing work. Owning real estate that generates rental income is one of the most common and reliable forms of passive income. Once the property is rented, the income continues to flow as long as the tenants remain. Dividend-paying stocks. Investing in stocks that pay regular dividends is another form of passive income. Your investments grow over time, and you receive regular payments from the companies you've invested in. Online businesses, digital products such as ebooks, online courses, or print-on-demand merchandise can generate passive income after the initial setup. If you've created intellectual property, such as a book, invention, or piece of music, you can earn royalties from its continued use. Building passive income streams takes time, but it's one of the most powerful tools for achieving financial freedom. Once they're in place, these streams provide financial security and allow you to focus on other areas of your life or build additional streams. Diversifying your investments is essential to building long-term wealth and protecting your financial future. Just as it's risky to rely on a single source of income, it's equally risky to put all of your investments in one asset class, such as stocks or real estate. The most successful investors spread their money across different types of investments to reduce risk and increase the potential for returns. This could include stocks, a mix of growth stocks, dividend-paying stocks, and index funds. Bonds. These provide stability and lower risk than stocks, making them a good balance in your portfolio. Property investments provide both appreciation and cash flow through rental income. Alternative investments. These can include commodities like gold, cryptocurrencies, or collectibles like art and antiques. By diversifying, you reduce the impact of market fluctuations and ensure that your wealth continues to grow, even if one sector underperforms. Building multiple streams of income requires a plan and strategy. You don't need to create all your income streams at once. Instead, focus on one or two at a time, build them up, and then expand from there. Create a multiple income stream plan by answering the following questions. 1. Which income stream do you want to focus on first? For example, starting a side business, investing in stocks, or building a rental property portfolio. 2. What resources do you need to get started? This could be time, money, education, or networking connections. 3. What steps can you take this week to move forward with this income stream? Break the process down into small, manageable steps. 4. How will you measure success for this income stream? Set clear financial goals, such as earning an additional $500 per month within the next 6 months. Once you've created a plan for your first income stream, set a timeline for when you'll begin adding more. Over time, your multiple income streams will compound, giving you financial stability and freedom. How Richard Branson built multiple income streams. Few entrepreneurs understand the power of multiple income streams better than Richard Branson. Branson built his Virgin Empire by diversifying his business interests into various industries, including music, airlines, telecommunications, and even space travel. Branson didn't rely on one business to carry him through his entire career. Instead, he built new businesses, each with its own income stream. Some were more successful than others, but by diversifying his ventures, Branson created a business empire that could weather economic downturns, industry shifts, and failures. Branson's success demonstrates that by diversifying income sources, you create a more stable financial foundation and open yourself up to more opportunities. One of the most powerful aspects of creating multiple streams of income is the compound effect. As you build each stream, it continues to generate income over time. With multiple streams working simultaneously, your wealth can grow exponentially. For example, you might start with earned income from your job. Then, you invest part of that income into the stock market, generating dividend income. You use those dividends to invest in real estate, which generates rental income. Over time, these streams compound, creating financial security and wealth far beyond what a single income source could provide. Setting your income goals. Now that you understand the power of multiple income streams, it's time to set specific income goals for each stream. This will help you stay focused and motivated as you build your wealth. Write down your income goals for each potential stream you want to create. For example, 1. Earn an extra $1,000 per month from a side business within 6 months. 2. Generate $500 per month in passive income from investments within a year. 3. Build a real estate portfolio that generates $2,000 per month in rental income over the next 5 years. By setting specific, measurable goals, you'll have a clear roadmap for building and expanding your income streams. Creating multiple streams of income is one of the most effective strategies for building wealth and achieving financial security. By diversifying your income and investments, you protect yourself from financial instability and create a solid foundation for long-term growth. The more streams you build, the faster your wealth will compound, giving you the freedom and flexibility to live life on your terms. In the next chapter, we'll explore how to develop a long-term financial vision and why having a clear roadmap is essential for sustaining wealth and achieving your goals. Chapter 10. Developing a long-term financial vision, mapping your path to wealth. Building wealth isn't just about taking action today, it's about having a clear and compelling long-term financial vision that guides your decisions and keeps you focused on your ultimate goals. Millionaires don't stumble into success by accident. They create a financial roadmap that helps them stay on course, even when challenges arise. In this chapter, we'll explore how to develop your long-term financial vision, why it's critical for sustaining wealth, and how to turn that vision into an actionable plan. Having a long-term financial vision is like using a GPS for your wealth journey. Without a clear destination, it's easy to get lost, make decisions based on short-term gratification, or get sidetracked by distractions. A well-defined vision keeps you focused on where you want to go, helping you make better financial decisions that align with your ultimate goals. Millionaires create long-term financial visions that span decades, not just years. They understand that wealth building is a marathon, not a sprint, and they plan accordingly. Whether it's achieving financial independence, creating generational wealth, or building a business empire, their long-term vision provides direction and purpose for every financial decision they make. The components of a long-term financial vision. Your long-term financial vision should include several key components to ensure it's both clear and actionable. Here are the elements that make up a solid financial vision. 1. Financial goals. What do you want to achieve financially in the next 10, 20, or even 30 years? Your goals could include reaching a certain net worth, retiring early, buying a home, or funding your children's education. 2. Time horizon. When do you want to achieve these goals? Be specific about the timelines for each goal. For example, you might want to retire by age 50 or pay off your mortgage in 15 years. 3. What kind of lifestyle do you want to live? Do you want to travel the world, run your own business, or enjoy financial freedom without worrying about bills? Your financial vision should reflect the lifestyle you want to create. 4. Your financial vision should align with your personal values. For example, if giving back is important to you, your vision might include charitable contributions or starting a foundation. If family is a priority, you might focus on creating generational wealth. 5. What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? This could include passing on wealth to your children, creating businesses or projects that continue after you're gone, or contributing to causes that matter to you. By considering these components, you'll create a vision that's not only motivating but also deeply aligned with your values and life goals. Now it's time to define your personal financial vision. This exercise will help you clarify what you want to achieve in the long run and give you the motivation and direction to stay focused on your path to wealth. Take a few minutes to write down your answers to the following questions. 1. What are your top 3 financial goals for the next 10 to 20 years? For example, reaching a certain net worth, achieving financial independence, buying a second home, or starting a business. 2. What is your time horizon for each of these goals? Be as specific as possible. 3. What kind of lifestyle do you envision for yourself in the future? How do you want to spend your time? And what does financial freedom look like for you? 4. How do your financial goals align with your values? Are there any changes you need to make to ensure your financial vision reflects what matters most to you? Once you've written down your vision, revisit it regularly to remind yourself of your long-term goals and keep your actions aligned with your desired future. The role of patience in wealth building. A long-term financial vision requires one critical trait: patience. Building wealth takes time, and it's easy to become discouraged if you don't see immediate results. However, millionaires understand that the journey to wealth is slow and steady. They remain patient, knowing that their consistent actions will pay off in the long run. Patience allows you to resist the temptation of short-term gratification, whether it's splurging on unnecessary purchases or making impulsive financial decisions. With a clear vision guiding you, patience becomes easier because you know that each small step brings you closer to your ultimate goals. One of the most important principles of wealth building is the power of compounding. Compounding refers to the exponential growth that occurs when your investments earn returns, and then those returns earn even more returns. Over time, the compounding effect can turn small investments into substantial wealth. The key to maximizing the power of compounding is time. The earlier you start investing, the more time your money has to grow. That's why having a long-term financial vision is so important. It helps you stay focused on the future and make decisions that allow your wealth to compound over time. For example, investing $5,000 per year at a 7% return. Over 30 years, this could grow to more than $500,000 thanks to the power of compounding. Delaying your investment by 10 years. The same investment, started 10 years later, would only grow to around $244,000, less than half the amount. By having a long-term vision and starting early, you give yourself the best chance to take advantage of the compounding effect, setting milestones for your financial vision. While your long-term vision may be decades away, it's important to set milestones along the way to keep you motivated and on track. Milestones act as checkpoints, helping you measure your progress and celebrate small victories on your wealth journey. Break down your long-term financial vision into smaller, more manageable milestones. Follow these steps. 1. Set a 1-year goal. What do you want to achieve financially by the end of the next 12 months? This could include saving a certain amount, paying off debt, or increasing your income. 2. Set a 5-year goal. What are your financial goals for the next 5 years? These might include purchasing a home, reaching a specific net worth, or building a new income stream. 3. Set a 10-year goal. Look further ahead. What do you want your financial situation to look like in 10 years? This could be achieving financial independence, fully funding your retirement, or starting a philanthropic project. 4. Track your progress. Regularly review your milestones and adjust your actions as needed to stay on course. Setting milestones makes your long-term vision feel more achievable and gives you a sense of accomplishment as you reach each checkpoint. Once you've established your long-term financial vision and set your milestones, it's time to create a roadmap that outlines the steps needed to achieve your goals. A financial roadmap helps you stay organized, track your progress, and make adjustments as necessary. Steps to create your financial roadmap. 1. Define your destination. Start with your long-term financial vision. What is your ultimate financial goal, and what lifestyle do you want to create? 2. Break it down into milestones. Use the milestones you've already set as waypoints on your journey. These will help you measure your progress and stay focused. 3. List the actions needed. For each milestone, list the actions you need to take to achieve it. This could include saving more money, investing, reducing debt, or creating additional income streams. 4. Assign a timeline to each action step. Be realistic, but also push yourself to make progress. 5. Monitor and adjust. Review your financial roadmap regularly and adjust your plan as your situation changes. Flexibility is key to staying on track, even when unexpected challenges arise. One of the most well-known examples of long-term vision in business is Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon. When Bezos started Amazon in 1994, it was a small online bookstore, but his long-term vision was much bigger. He saw the potential for Amazon to become the world's largest online retailer, even when others doubted him. Bezos was patient and willing to sacrifice short-term profits to reinvest in the company's growth. He focused on customer satisfaction, expanding Amazon's product offerings, and creating innovative services like Amazon Prime. Today, Amazon is one of the world's most valuable companies, and Bezos' long-term vision played a critical role in its success. Bezos' story teaches us that having a clear vision and staying committed to it, even when the road gets tough, is a powerful strategy for building lasting wealth. One of the challenges of working toward long-term financial goals is staying motivated over time. It's easy to get discouraged if progress feels slow, but your long-term vision can act as a constant source of motivation. Here are a few strategies to help you stay motivated. Visualize your future. Regularly take time to visualize the life you're working toward. Imagine the freedom, security, and opportunities that come with financial independence. Every time you reach a milestone, take a moment to celebrate. Recognizing your progress helps keep you energized and focused on your ultimate goals. Stay adaptable. Life changes, and so can your financial vision. Be open to adjusting your goals and roadmap as your situation evolves while staying committed to your long-term financial health. Developing a long-term financial vision is one of the most important steps you can take on your wealth-building journey. By setting clear goals, defining your time horizon, and creating a roadmap, you'll have a clear path to follow, even when challenges arise. With patience, discipline, and the power of compounding on your side, your vision will become your reality. In the next chapter, we'll explore the mindset of giving back and philanthropy, and how contributing to others can enhance your wealth-building journey in ways that go beyond money. Chapter 11. The Power of Giving Back. Philanthropy and Wealth Building Beyond Money. Building wealth is often seen as a journey of personal achievement, but the wealthiest individuals know that true success goes beyond accumulating financial assets. Many millionaires and billionaires understand the profound impact of giving back, not just in terms of enhancing the lives of others, but also in creating deeper fulfillment and legacy. In this chapter, we'll explore the role of philanthropy and contributing to others in the wealth-building journey, and how giving back can enhance both your financial success and your personal well-being. Why philanthropy is a critical part of wealth. Philanthropy isn't just about donating money, it's about creating a positive impact in the world, using your resources to support causes that matter to you, and leaving a lasting legacy. For many wealthy individuals, giving back becomes a core part of their identity and wealth strategy. By contributing to meaningful causes, they create a sense of purpose that goes beyond financial gains. Wealth is about more than money, it's about influence, impact, and legacy. As your wealth grows, the opportunity to make a difference grows with it. Philanthropy allows you to use your financial success as a tool for change, giving you the ability to support communities, causes, and individuals in ways that create lasting effects. The connection between wealth and fulfillment. Research shows that there is a strong link between giving and happiness. Studies have found that people who regularly donate their time, money, or resources to charitable causes tend to experience higher levels of life satisfaction. This is known as the helper's high, where giving activates the pleasure centers in the brain, leading to increased feelings of joy and fulfillment. Wealth building is often seen as a means to personal freedom, but for many, true freedom comes when they are able to give back and contribute to the well-being of others. Millionaires who engage in philanthropy frequently report that giving back has been one of the most rewarding aspects of their success. Philanthropy is most meaningful when it aligns with your personal values and passions. Whether you want to support education, environmental causes, healthcare, or social justice, the key is to find a cause that resonates with you. Reflect on the causes and issues that matter most to you. Answer the following questions to help you identify where you want to make an impact. 1. What causes or challenges in the world deeply concern you? Education, poverty, environmental issues, healthcare, animal welfare. 2. Have you or your loved ones been personally impacted by any specific challenges that you feel passionate about addressing? 3. What organizations or initiatives do you admire, and how are they making a difference in the world? 4. How would you like to contribute? Financial donations, volunteering, starting your own initiative. Write down the causes that resonate with you, and consider how you'd like to contribute to them, whether through financial support, volunteering, or advocacy. Then, why philanthropy is often seen as purely altruistic, but it can also have financial benefits. Strategic giving can be an important part of wealth management, providing tax advantages that allow you to reduce your tax liability while supporting causes that matter to you. Many high net worth individuals use charitable donations as a way to both contribute and manage their wealth more efficiently. Common financial benefits of giving back include tax deductions. Donations to qualified charitable organizations are tax deductible, which can lower your taxable income and reduce the amount you owe in taxes. Donor-advised funds. These funds allow you to make charitable contributions and receive an immediate tax benefit while giving you the flexibility to recommend grants to charities over time. Estate planning. Including charitable giving in your estate plan can help reduce estate taxes while ensuring that your wealth is passed on in a way that aligns with your values. By integrating philanthropy into your financial strategy, you not only create positive social impact, but also manage your wealth in a way that maximizes both your financial and personal goals. One of the most influential philanthropic efforts in modern history is the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. Founded by billionaire Bill Gates and his then-wife Melinda, the foundation focuses on addressing global challenges such as poverty, healthcare, and education. Gates, one of the wealthiest individuals in the world, has committed to giving away the majority of his wealth through philanthropy. The Gates Foundation has funded numerous initiatives aimed at reducing disease, improving access to education, and tackling inequality. By dedicating their wealth to these causes, Bill and Melinda Gates have not only made a profound impact on the world but also set an example of how wealth can be used for good. Their story demonstrates that wealth, when combined with a vision for positive change, can lead to remarkable outcomes. Gates has often stated that his philanthropy has brought him immense personal fulfillment and purpose, far beyond the financial success of building Microsoft. Once you've identified the causes you want to support, it's important to create a plan for how you'll give back. This plan should align with your financial goals while allowing you to make a meaningful impact. Create a philanthropy plan that outlines how you want to contribute to causes you care about. Consider the following steps. 1. Set a giving goal. Decide how much of your income or net worth you want to allocate to philanthropy. This could be a percentage of your annual income, a lump sum, or a set amount over time. 2. Choose your causes. Based on your previous reflections, decide which causes or organizations you want to support. Research them to ensure they align with your values and are effectively making an impact. 3. Determine your method of giving. Will you make financial donations, volunteer your time, or offer other resources such as expertise or connections? 4. Your philanthropy plan may evolve as your wealth grows or your passions shift. Regularly review your plan and adjust it as needed to ensure it continues to reflect your values and financial situation. By creating a structured plan for giving, you can be intentional about how you contribute to the world while managing your finances effectively. Building a legacy through philanthropy. One of the most powerful aspects of giving back is the legacy you leave behind. Wealth is temporary, but the impact you make on the world can last for generations. Many millionaires and billionaires view their philanthropy as part of their legacy, ensuring that their wealth continues to create positive change long after they're gone. Your legacy might include endowing scholarships for future generations, funding research to find cures for diseases, building schools or hospitals in underserved communities, establishing foundations that continue your philanthropic work. Philanthropy allows you to extend your influence beyond your lifetime, creating a lasting impact that reflects your values and vision for a better world. Warren Buffett, one of the world's richest individuals, has pledged to give away the majority of his wealth to charitable causes. He joined forces with Bill and Melinda Gates to create the Giving Pledge, a commitment by billionaires to give at least half of their wealth to philanthropy. Buffett's decision to give away his fortune stems from his belief that wealth should be used to improve the world, not just accumulate more assets. He has consistently stated that he doesn't believe in leaving massive inheritances for his children, but instead wants to use his wealth to address pressing global challenges. Buffett's philanthropic efforts, along with those of many others who have joined the Giving Pledge, demonstrate how wealth can be used as a force for good, and how giving back can create a meaningful legacy that extends far beyond personal financial success. To ensure your wealth aligns with the legacy you want to leave, it's important to think about your long-term goals and how philanthropy fits into them. Your legacy is not just about the money you leave behind, but the values, impact, and change you create. Reflect on the legacy you want to leave behind. Answer the following questions. 1. How do you want to be remembered by future generations? What values or causes do you want to be associated with? 2. What impact do you want your wealth to have on the world? Improving education, reducing poverty, supporting environmental conservation. 3. How can you start building your legacy today through philanthropy? By aligning your wealth with your long-term vision for giving back, you ensure that your financial success benefits not only you but also future generations and the causes you care about. Giving back through philanthropy is one of the most meaningful ways to use your wealth. It allows you to create positive change in the world while also experiencing the joy and fulfillment that come from contributing to others. As you continue on your wealth-building journey, remember that true wealth isn't just measured by what you accumulate but by the impact you make. In the final chapter, we'll bring everything together by creating a comprehensive action plan to turn your wealthy mindset into a reality, ensuring that your goals, habits, and mindset are aligned with your vision for success. Chapter 12. Your Wealthy Mindset Action Plan, Turning Vision into Reality. You've journeyed through the principles, strategies, and mindset shifts that millionaires use to build and sustain wealth. Now it's time to bring everything together into a concrete, actionable plan that will help you move from learning to doing. The final chapter is about creating your personalized wealthy mindset action plan. This plan will combine the knowledge, habits, and mindset shifts from the previous chapters to ensure that you stay on track to achieve your financial goals. Why an action plan is essential. Knowledge is powerful, but without action, it remains untapped potential. Millionaires don't just dream of wealth, they take consistent, strategic action to turn their vision into reality. An action plan provides structure and clarity, giving you a clear path to follow and ensuring that your efforts align with your long-term financial vision. With an action plan, you stay focused on your goals. Track your progress and celebrate milestones. Adjust your approach when necessary. Create accountability for yourself. Your Wealthy Mindset Action Plan will serve as your roadmap, guiding you through the steps needed to achieve lasting financial success. The components of a successful action plan. To create an effective action plan, it's important to include several key components that will keep you motivated, organized, and focused. Here's what you need to include. 1. Clear financial goals. What are your short-term and long-term financial goals? Your plan should include specific, measurable goals that align with your vision of wealth. 2. Consistent habits are the foundation of wealth. Identify the daily actions that will help you reach your financial goals, such as saving, investing, or educating yourself on financial topics. 3. Milestones. Break your larger goals into smaller milestones. These milestones act as checkpoints to measure your progress and ensure you're on track. 4. Accountability. How will you stay accountable to your action plan? Consider finding a mentor, joining a community, or using tools like habit trackers or financial apps to keep yourself accountable. 5. Flexibility. Life changes, and so should your plan. Build in flexibility to adapt to new opportunities, challenges, or shifts in your goals. By combining these elements, you'll create an action plan that is both practical and motivating, helping you take consistent steps toward your financial vision. Creating your Wealthy Mindset Action Plan. Now, let's put everything together and create your personalized Wealthy Mindset Action Plan. This exercise will guide you through setting goals, identifying habits, and creating milestones that align with your long-term financial vision. Follow the steps below to create your action plan. 1. Set your financial goals. Write down your top 3 financial goals. These could include things like achieving financial independence, building multiple streams of income, or paying off debt. Be specific about the amounts and timelines. For example, Goal 1. Save $100,000 for a down payment on a home in the next 5 years. Goal 2. Generate $2,000 per month in passive income from investments within 3 years. Goal 3. Pay off $50,000 in student loan debt in the next 4 years. 2. Identify your daily habits. List the daily or weekly habits that will help you achieve these goals. These could include setting aside a percentage of your income for savings, spending time learning about investing, or reducing unnecessary expenses. Example. Habit 1. Save 15% of your income each month and invest 10%. Habit 2. Spend 30 minutes per day reading financial books or listening to podcasts. Habit 3. Review and adjust your budget weekly to ensure you stay on track. 3. Set milestones. Break your goals into smaller milestones. For example, if your goal is to save $100,000 for a down payment in 5 years, break it down into annual or quarterly savings targets. This makes the goal feel more manageable and allows you to track your progress. For example, Milestone 1. Save $20,000 within the first year. Milestone 2. Reach $50,000 in savings by the end of year 3. 4. Choose a method of accountability that works for you. This could include sharing your goals with a trusted friend or mentor, joining a financial accountability group, or using a financial app to track your progress. Example. Accountability partners share your financial goals with a mentor and schedule monthly check-ins to review your progress. Financial tracking app. Use a budgeting and investment app to monitor your savings and investments regularly. 5. Build in flexibility. Life is unpredictable, so it's important to stay flexible. Build in regular reviews of your action plan, every 6 months or annually, to reassess your goals and adjust your approach if needed. Every 6 months, review your financial goals and adjust your savings or investment strategies based on any changes in your financial situation or the market. By completing this exercise, you'll have a clear and actionable plan that aligns with your financial goals and daily habits, ensuring that you're always moving forward on your wealth-building journey. One of the most important aspects of following an action plan is tracking your progress. By regularly reviewing your goals and habits, you'll stay motivated and focused on the bigger picture. Tracking progress also helps you identify what's working and what's not, so you can make adjustments along the way. Just as important as tracking is celebrating your wins. Every time you reach a milestone, whether it's paying off a debt, hitting a savings target, or reaching an investment goal, take time to celebrate. These celebrations keep you motivated and remind you that each step brings you closer to your long-term financial vision. Elon Musk is known for his ambitious goals and long-term vision, but what often goes unnoticed is the action plan behind his success. When Musk founded Tesla and SpaceX, his vision was to revolutionize electric vehicles and space exploration, but these goals were far from immediate. Musk set clear financial and operational goals for both companies, and he worked tirelessly to achieve them by breaking them into smaller, actionable steps. For example, with Tesla, Musk focused on building one successful electric car model at a time, rather than trying to tackle the entire market all at once. Each milestone built on the previous one, and over time, his companies became global leaders in their industries. Musk's success demonstrates the power of having a long-term vision combined with a detailed action plan. By breaking big goals into small, actionable steps and consistently moving forward, Musk was able to turn his ambitious dreams into reality. Success doesn't come overnight, and building wealth requires consistent effort over time. One of the key principles of the wealthy mindset is consistency, taking action every day, even when progress feels slow. Each step, no matter how small, moves you closer to your goals. At the same time, adaptability is equally important. The road to wealth is rarely linear, and there will be setbacks along the way. Being able to adjust your plan in response to new opportunities, challenges, or changes in your financial situation is essential to long-term success. Stay flexible, and don't be afraid to pivot when necessary. Every wealth-building journey comes with challenges. Whether it's an unexpected financial setback, a change in the market, or personal struggles, obstacles will arise. The key is to stay resilient and keep moving forward. Reflect on potential obstacles that could arise in your journey and create a plan for how you'll overcome them. Answer the following questions. 1. What are the biggest obstacles you're likely to face in the next year? Example: job loss, unexpected expenses, market downturns. 2. How will you respond to these challenges? Creating an emergency fund, adjusting your investment strategy, cutting back on expenses. 3. What support systems do you have in place to help you stay on track during difficult times? A mentor, financial advisor, accountability group. By preparing for potential obstacles in advance, you'll be better equipped to handle them without losing sight of your long-term goals. The wealthy mindset isn't just about making more money, it's about living in alignment with your values, goals, and vision for the future. It's about making intentional choices, taking calculated risks, and creating a life of freedom, fulfillment, and purpose. By applying the principles of the wealthy mindset, you not only set yourself up for financial success, but also create a life that reflects your highest potential. As you continue on your journey, remember that the path to wealth is unique to you. Stay committed to your action plan, remain adaptable in the face of challenges, and always celebrate your progress. With consistency, focus, and the right mindset, your financial goals are not only achievable, they are inevitable. Final words. The journey to wealth is about much more than accumulating money, it's about cultivating the mindset, habits, and vision that allow you to live a life of freedom, purpose, and fulfillment. The wealthy mindset empowers you to think bigger, take action, and make intentional choices that align with your long-term goals. As you continue on this journey, remember that wealth building is a process, not an event. Every small step, every disciplined habit, and every moment of perseverance brings you closer to the life you envision. Stay committed, stay flexible, and always keep your eye on the bigger picture. Most importantly, remember that true wealth isn't just about what you have, but the impact you make, the freedom you create, and the legacy you leave behind. Your journey has just begun, and with the right mindset, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Take care and be well.